August 14th, 2013. Missed a turn. Still lying on the ground, I watched the sun rise over the horizon. A man drove a herd of horses past me. I packed up my camp and began again. The sun was hot on my back, and through the middle of the day, the temperature hovered around 100 degrees. I've been adding bottles of water and now carry 10 liters with me. But by noon, I finished nearly all of what I had. I was looking for more when I arrived in a village of about 60 yurts. I couldn't find a spring, so I settled on drinking from the muddy river adjacent to the town. Even after running through my filter, the water was still cloudy. Not far from the town, my front wheel sank into the sand, and I was forced to push. My thighs were burning as I wrestled my bike forward, fighting and falling as I dragged my gear over the small dunes. I was struggling. After an hour of this, my mood approached despair. I was having fantasies of a white taxi van coming along to whisk me off to solid ground, or even all the way to China. But the road was empty, and no one was coming to help. My only option was to keep moving. Wiping sweat from my eyes, I pushed farther into the desert. The most torturous part was that I couldn't know how long the sand would persist. The Polish couple I biked with 6 days ago had to cross a 20-mile sand dune, pushing the whole way. I think of this story every time my front tire sinks into the soft road. So far, I've only had to contend with wind-swept sand drifts, but I fear there could be worse ahead. I'm edging into the Gobi Desert, and I don't know what to expect. In one area, the road became so dim that I veered onto a separate track without realizing my mistake. I went a few arduous miles, climbing into the sandy mountains in what seemed to be the wrong direction. I wanted to go east, but the track was taking me south. I suspected that I missed a turn, but I hadn't seen another way to go. I continued on, unsure if I was lost and feeling frustrated. I could accept pushing my bike through sandy mountains if I was going in the right direction, but to think I was trying this hard just to have to turn around was really quite depressing. What I am doing is so physically demanding that I obsess over being efficient, and the suspicion that I was wasting hours of hard effort caused my mood to dive. I was in low spirits when I arrived at a narrow river flowing through the mountains, and to my great surprise, a tourist camp was there. The rooms were a collection of yurts set up on platforms, and there was also a permanent building with a restaurant, running water, showers, indoor bathrooms, and even a sauna. The place is empty except for 2 women who confirmed that I was lost. They indicated I should continue the way I was going to get back on the road. After feeling lost for miles, I was desperate and asked if anyone was driving over there. Maybe a truck that could carry me away. They plainly told me no. With that rejection, my despair suddenly lifted. There was exactly one solution: to take myself forward. Once I accepted this, I was able to commit. Before leaving, I dumped my cloudy water, then went into the bathroom to refill in the sink. I saw myself in a mirror for the first time since leaving Novosibirsk a month ago. My clothes looked dirtier and more tattered than I thought they were. My hair was long, matted and salty. My beard filled in below my jawline, though my mustache was still thin. I could see in my cheeks that I have lost weight. On my forehead, there were dark circles that I thought were bruises, but on closer inspection, I realized that they were tan spots from the sun shining through the holes in my helmet. I looked rough, but perhaps that was to be expected. With my water refilled, I left the resort back onto the sandy road. I probably could have stayed, but once I had directions and water, the camp had nothing else I wanted. I plodded forward for the rest of the day, enjoying the quiet and appreciating the gentle rolling landscape. This evening, I'm lying on the ground, resting my tired legs. A warm wind is blowing. Dark clouds move across the sky, causing the stars to come and go. There are no yurts or animals in sight, only me and the tranquil night.